This video is made for adult collectors because based on this figure, guess what? I've never been to a concert. It's because I have a hypersensitive ear. So I own some strange Optimus Prime to strange Optimus Prime alike things, right? And I think the strangest at this point has always just been this, which is the Bump of Chicken Prime for that anniversary special that happened, otherwise known to me by as Rainbow Prime. We got Rainbow Prime, but now I have an Optimus Prime looking dude with an electric guitar and a whole friggin' stage, like a whole stage. He's trying to run away. He's too scared. It's Optimus Prime, but not really. It looks like him with a faceplate, ears, chest windows, grill, smokestacks, but it's called Bassera Prime because this is a crossover with Macross 7. I may accidentally just call this thing Optimus Prime, so sorry about that. I mean, it's Optimus Prime in one of the two titles I set. What is Macross 7? I don't know. From what I've been told, they play music now, so Optimus Prime just comes with an electric guitar and a stage and a microphone, and this is very ridiculous, but I kind of love it. He turns into a cool plane, and this is the truck mode.
What the hell is even that?
Okay, robot first, before we get to that thing. I do actually like this. Might also be because I got that expensive ass Predaking that wasn't very good at the same time as this, and this I only paid $100 for. Honestly, for all that, that's not bad. I also got this off of Hobby Genki. They've got loads of Transformers on sale on their site right now. I'll leave some affiliate links in the description below. Full disclosure, I paid for this guy. They shipped it to me for free. But this looks super interesting. It's a more slim take on Optimus, reminding me a bit of like Transformers Prime Optimus, not the buff one later on where he could fly now. I really like this mix of yellow and red with the bits of blue. It really feels calming to look at. It's kind of hard to describe. There are some bits just hanging off with no real spots to go, like the bits on the side of the wings and the panels on his cheeks. The shoulder pads are cool though. Again, feeling like Prime Optimus's shoulder pads. And the head sculpt is so nice with the lightning and the silver plate. Faceplate? There, that's words. Oh, and the green eyes are nice, though I wish they popped a bit more. They kind of get lost in the head. He's close to modern leader height, and his complexity, I would say, is akin to like Kingdom Rodimus 86 Optimus. Honestly, this plus the trailer and all the stuff he comes with and the fact that to import it makes this price kind of feel worth it, the $100. Then there's the truck mode, but again, I'm getting ahead of myself. He can hold his guitar. You can sit him on the stage that he comes with, and that's so stupid. I love it. His chest can open too to allow for more speakers. The Matrix is in his back and doesn't come out. He also has a shield and a gun, so he can just fight you regularly after you try to make your way onto the stage. That, or he'll just beat you with the guitar. The plastic feels fine. It's glossy and the wings do feel a tad bit on the thin side, but the rest of it feels pretty premium. There is no diecast in this figure though. Oh, and because of how skinny he is, he poses so incredibly well. I'm surprised none of his joints are ratcheted, and doubly surprised that none of them are loose. I would have kind of expected something to be a bit loose on this guy because it's all rivets and pins. Those are fine most of the time, but then there are times where you got a rivet that just you can't fix. But I'm surprised that nothing on this guy is actually really loose. It's all nice and tight and really smooth to move everything. It's very pleasing. The head's a bit strange though. So it's on a ball joint, so you get that far up and that far down, and he can rotate left and right, but he does hit his little like collar bit, so that's as far as his head will go. He's kind of peeking at you. Then there's like this little, it's kind of hard to show you. See if I can like get this down here so I can give you a look. No, you can't really see, but there's a screw going through the neck here on this little plate. That's what gives him his head tilt. You see that? So it's kind of funny. There isn't room at the ball joint to tilt his head, but they gave you a little thing there to tilt his head. And while it doesn't do a lot, it is nice that it is there. I like that. That's pretty cool. This doesn't peg in at all, so it just kind of flops around. The shoulders, they can do a full 360. They can go out that far. The shoulder pads can open up to allow for the arm to go all the way if you want, as well as the shoulder pads can rotate too. So you can have them out like this if you want, or closer to the body. I kind of prefer them just out like a touch. They're soft detented, so that I go out like one click. You do have a bicep swivel that's like right above the elbow, over 90 degrees of bend at the elbow. The wrists are on ball joints, but all they can really do is swivel. And then you have a 3-finger trigger finger split with 2 hinges. He doesn't have an ab crunch, and I kind of wish he did, but at the same time, the way that this works, I see why he doesn't have one. He does have a waist joint though, which is really nice. The hips, there is so much room here. I forgot to fold these out the entire time. You're supposed to fold these out to fill out the torso a little bit, but because they do nothing, I always forget about them. But the hips, they can go forward that far. The knee pad bumps into the chest, but if you have the chest rotated, they can go all the way up, which is great. They can go all the way back too, which is great. They can go out more than the splits. You got thigh rotation. However, this butt flap piece here does bump into his actual butt, so it kind of stops like there, but that's more than enough, I think, and then it goes the other way. You do have over 90 degrees of bend at the knee, and then the feet. The feet are interesting, so they can pull out on this double hinge. So you can get forward and then you can get back, and then you can accordion them back in and they'll clip into place. Then you have some crazy ankle tilt. So extremely posable, not Optimus Prime, but is technically still Optimus Prime looking idiot. I wasn't the biggest fan of this robot at first, but the more I've had it sit on my desk, the more I like it. And now it's become one of my favorite figures I've gotten recently. The transformation is surprisingly simple. I was expecting it to be annoying and fiddly, but it's not. I mean, there are some little bits here and there at first that were annoying, but once I figured it out, it was a lot better. The fiddly comes with the truck mode, but I'll talk about that later. Stop rushing me. So doing the transformation at first is a little annoying, especially in the knees, just because of how they have to click into place. I had to watch the TRDQ video in order to figure that out. But I guess we'll do Gerwalk mode first, then go into plane mode, because they're just kind of like flow that way. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to leave the hands out. Gerwalk mode is pretty much just this guy with his head folded away, leaning forward. So you fold the horn at the back of his head down, and then you take the entire head, you split it in half. Then you rotate the head 180 degrees, and then you bring the whole cockpit section over, and it'll just sit over the head, and then you close that up. And then we're just going to bring it down like this. So you want to take the wings out and you want to fold them like that on both sides. Then you want to click the legs at this joint in here to bring them to sort of like chicken leg them a little bit, bend the arms back a little bit so they're a little bit closer to the end of it. Yeah, I don't do this mode very often. So what we're gonna now do is get the legs back into place. We're gonna go into jet mode, fold the feet up. You wanna bring out these little clip bits here, and then we'll just bring the wings down just to get them out of the way. The knee pads, you wanna take them out, rotate them, and they're gonna slot over this sort of like tab thing on this side right here. And that's the lower legs pretty much prepped and ready to go. We just need to compress them up into here. Before we do that, you wanna take this crotch section, which is a little annoying to get out, and you wanna pry it out somehow. Bring that out like that. We're gonna take this back section here, fold it up, just so that it allows it to flip all the way out of the way. Now we're gonna fold these little side bits in. You wanna take the torso here, bring the arms back, and then unclip the entire front section. Open the arms, rotate the hand in, then you want to bring the arms back here. Now you want to have them in such a way that they're oriented like this, right? And then you want to take the forearms and rotate them because they're going to peg together like that. And these yellow bits need to be positioned, this peg's not the strongest. They need to be positioned this way because they have to cover up bits of the legs. So once you have that done, you want to fold this entire assembly up and through here, and it's going to snap into place. Then you want to do the legs. It looks a bit fiddly, but trust me, it's not that fiddly. So you open up this panel here, right? And then you want to take the leg and you want to unclip it at the knee, right? It just clips in here. But when you're going into robot mode, you want to hold this hinge down and then push it in like that. Otherwise, you're not gonna be able to click the knee into place and it's gonna be weird. At first, it feels like you're gonna break it. You're not. You combiner wars the leg into place. Now, these bits are going to peg into the arms while these bits are going to peg into the shoulders or into the biceps. Get that all squeezed together. Then you want to fold these yellow sections down, fold this crotch flap down and get that into place. Bring the wings up. They're going to peg into the sides and hold everything together. Now, if you don't like this little gap here, the shield does come over that and cover that up. And there you have the jet mode. Cool. I adore this jet mode. It's so smooth and clean and very red. The red is quite in your face, with the only large bits of color breakup being the yellow at the back, but the whole thing still looks quite nice. Part of me wishes the articulated microphone in the trailer was ratcheted so that it could act as a stand for the jet. It seems like a bit of a missed opportunity there. And the bottom of the jet is pretty square, but it's compressed enough that it looks fine. He has landing gear, but only one, and it's at the front. Now, okay, let's just get into the truck mode already. God, this didn't need to exist. I had to change camera batteries because I figured this is gonna take a minute. So the trailer, before we get into the actual like truck, there are like pegs and ports on the inside. So the guitar, you want to unpeg the strap and then you just want to like fold this up and out of the way, and then you plug it into the trailer here. And then we're going to take the shield off of this because this has nowhere to go in truck mode, and it's going to peg inside there. Then you can take this entire assembly, close it up, and now every single accessory is stored inside the trailer, which I do really like. He also comes with alternate faces. I forgot to mention that. They are stored in here. You get like a yelling face and a stern face. They don't have face plates, but I don't really like the way that the no face plate looks, so I just leave the faceplate one on. Now I can't get it back in the trailer. So the trailer we're going to just leave off to the side for now. This, one thing I also forgot to mention, you can take these off if you don't want those little winglets on there to have a more clean look. This is annoying. You want to take the wings and bring them down, make sure the landing landing gears folded up. Then you want to take these bits here, fold them up. You're essentially mostly going back into robot mode, but not really. Now we're gonna get the wheels out. So you want to fold the feet down. You want to open this panel up, and then you want to bring this section out. Now you need to like finagle the wings out of the way to bring this all the way forward. Don't peg it in just yet. Bring it all the way forward. Fold this down. That way you close this door. Because if you don't do that, you can't close this door back up and you get the foot back into place. Now you peg this into the side of the leg proper, and then you open up the wheel section and it will tap into the side there. And then you just leave the wings like that, I guess. So once you got that done on both sides, you want to rotate the hips and then just bring those down. Then you fold the arms up. Then you take this entire assembly here and rotate it around. Make sure it goes in between the shoulder pad and the arm. And it's going to peg into the wing's gonna peg into the arm, but it's not going to stay. It never likes to stay. Then you want to take the legs and they're going to slot together with these. And oh boy, there is your truck mode. Oh, that's like all I got. Just oh, so this is a truck apparently, and it comes with Rodimus's trailer. Probably was supposed to be Rodimus before they changed it to Optimus because Optimus sells better or something, but it's just not great. It doesn't want to stay together and it looks so strange. Honestly, if they just sold the jet by itself with the guitar and charged like 40 bucks less, I would have no issues recommending this. As it stands now though, I would still recommend it, but 2 out of the 3 modes are good, and if you can get it for a cheap price like I did, then it's worth it. It fits the bill. But the North American retail, not so much. But that's been my look at Macross 7 Bassera Optimus Prime, or whatever the hell this thing's called. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.